Okay, so I am going to be talking to you about how to make a chart. So you are going to be making a chart where you're going to be comparing crime statistics between, I think, UCLA and the school of your choice. So maybe if you're doing UCLA, maybe you're going to choose, between, a school in New York or a school in a really quiet place just to see how the statistics look out. So you'll probably have something, you'll probably lay your chart out like having UCLA here and another college here, and then you might list the different types of crime that you get from the website that you were given. So I just wanted to, I don't use this a lot, but I just want to see could I reproduce this chart, right, like the way they have it, so to show you how to do that. So basically I actually took their data. So I just took, I put interior, Fraser, oops, I might have made it a little bit, Vancouver coastal. Oh, this was should have been Vancouver coastal, not just coastal. All right, so let me fix that. Um, uh, and just so you know, if you ever want to, if you ever want, is it this? It is format. It should be text wrapping. So just whenever you're in it, now it's an overflow where it just goes into the next cell. But if you ever don't want that, just for yourself, that's just it is in format. So you just go over there and you go to wrap. So that makes it a little bit easier to look at. All right, so I took all of the titles here, right, and then I took the different numbers they have, and I entered them for each one. So interior had 2.8, 6.9, 1.9. You're not going to be doing this. I just want to show you like how the connection between the final product and your chart. So I entered all of the data for all of these things, right? Now I'm going to go over here, and I can't do this yet. I can't put my titles yet, and I'm not putting in this. I guess I could try. I don't think that would do it, but well, we can put it later. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to drag through here. So I go start at the bottom. I find that's a little bit easier, and go to the top, and then I'm just going to go to insert because what I want is a chart. It will automatically insert a chart. You can see it looks exactly the same. Let's see if I can push this off to the side a little bit, make it a little bit smaller. Okay, and it now looks basically identical to the one here. You can see the pattern is the same. This one's really high. And so the only difference is that these little labels aren't on it, and I'm not sure if I know how to do that, but there's probably a way. The labels in terms of the actual numbers themselves. This is just giving you the, what it looks like. So let's see when I click in there. Yeah, there might be some way to do it, but I wonder what happens if I do format data point. No, okay. So I'm not going to worry about that right now. So now I have it there, just so you so this does not have the same title, right? It gave it a different title. So I can actually click in here, and I can give it the BC or crime statistics by BC Health Authority. So now I've got the same thing there. All right. Now, as you notice, it just automatically suggested the best chart type, but when you're in setup over here, it gives you choices of different types of graphs, and you can play with them and see which one makes the most sense. But it automatically suggested the best chart type, which matched it's the one that I based it off of. So it just knew that on its own, which is kind of cool. So there's a lot of artificial intelligence that goes into it, different types of charts, and oh, nice, lovely. My dishwasher is draining. Okay, so working at home, customize. Oh my God, what did I do? Okay, Command Z or Control Z, your best friend. Okay, so customize. But interesting things that you can do. So you've got that chart title, right? The other thing that I can do is when you look in, you have chart style. So here's something that you can start to do where we're going to ask you to be adding in some colors. To the background. So this time I'm not going to do that per se, but I am going to show you that at any time you want to change a color background, you go like this to custom when you pull up the color, and I'm going to show you how to do this in a minute, and then you press custom, and then you can change this hex code to be the color you want, and I'm going to show you how to do that. But I'm not going to do the background right now. Just going to leave that as is. Okay. The next thing is chart access and titles. So the first thing that comes up is the chart title, but you can see there's a drop down menu. So if I wanted to change this again, I could go through there rather than clicking on it. Did it have a subtitle? it did. So I could actually put in the subtitle if I wanted. So that subtitle would be, hopefully it's going to go in as the subtitle, 2008 through 2010 average rate. I'm not going to write the whole thing, 2008 through 2000, yep, there it is, oops, 2010 average rate. So now it's looking even a little bit more like the one that we had in the image over there. And then I can keep going down, and if I want to give a vertical axis title, as this one has, right, this one says rate per 1,000 population. So I'm going to put that in over here because that's the vertical axis. So it says rate per 1,000, whoops, sorry, go away, population. All right, and now I click out of that, and all of a sudden that's popped up over here. Okay, so that's some more stuff. Now, you can, that's what happens if we reverse access order. Okay, so then they just changed it from the beginning to the end. So now where interior was first, now it's BC. I'm going to take that off and put it back the way it was. So you can play with different things. It has slant labels. Let's see what happens. 60 degrees, so you can do that if you want. I'm going to control, whoops, tree out of that, go out of that. Okay, vertical axis, same thing. It has a bunch of different things that you can do. Now, the other thing that I want to, it says you can show the axis line, so that brought that line up over here. I'm going to unclick it, it's going to disappear. All right, the other thing you can do, and this is where you're going to be playing with your colors, if you click on the background, or actually click on we already had that, you click on any one of these, it'll bring up this color over here. So at that point, that's where we are going to ask you to include some of your colors, right? You're going to include some of your colors. And so this is how you would do that. So let's say, for example, so if it's a college, you might search the hex codes, because that's what they're called. So you would go in and search, UCLA, let's see if your college was, let's say Boston College hex codes. Let's see if they come up. I know the UCLA ones do. So colors, Boston College, yeah. And so you can see that you can actually take this color, and if you want to put it in your chart, you can. Not typically the way you do it, because you might not be trying to celebrate your school's crime rate, but we're just going to practice. And then, again, let me click out of that and show you what I did. So I clicked on the color, I clicked on custom plus, a little plus sign, and then if I put that in, it now will pull up that color I had for Boston College. So you can see it pretty much matches the color over here on that square. All right, so that's that. I'm going to take that out. I'm going to show you another thing that you can do. Now let's say I want my chart to match this. One of the things, I'm going to try two things. First I'm going to take a screenshot and of just this, because I just need these colors. I call it trash because I call everything trash that I want to get rid of, so I remember to throw it away later. And then I'm also going to take this website. So let's see if I can just do it from the website. So there is another website that allows you will find the hex code, and it's pretty good. You can upload your image, and you can also use this box to put in the HTML link without installing an extension. So let's see if it pulls it up so I don't even have to take a screenshot, if that would work for you. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. So we're going to look up here, see if it actually takes it. It's very slow. Oh, okay, so there we go. So now I can start clicking on each one of these to get that hex code. So let's say I want these to be, so it's the tall ones that were red. So now I'm going to go over here, I'm going to go to plus, and I'm going to put in the hex code for that. And now it's starting to look even more like this chart over here. I'm going to click on the green, right, to get that hex code. And sure enough, it's going to pop up. So now I'm going to say, okay, the green is the third bar in each section. And go back over here, and let's click on that. Whoops. Back to customize. Go over here, custom again. Put it in here, and it saves all the ones that I add, so it kind of creates those like part of my theme colors. So now it looks like that, and I'm going to go back over here to their blue and grab that hex code, and I'm going to click in my blue because it's different, and click over here, go to the custom plus, and I'm gonna put that hex code in. And now I have created a chart that looks very much like the original chart that I was looking at. Same colors, right? The only thing I haven't figured out how to do is add those numbers in here. And I bet there's a way, and I am hoping one of you will find that out. Now I have it, I can click in it. If I want to import it to like our presentation, I click on these little 3 dots up here. I can download it, I can just copy it, and then I can put it into a presentation. I can probably even search for this for the from presentation. I would be surprised if I could actually search for that. Let's see what happens if I try. So let's make a slide. Yeah, let's go in here, slides, and I'll pick any slide. Let me just pick one that was already done. And let's say I go into this first slide. What if I go to insert and chart and from sheets and crime statistics and okay, and then I can just actually do it right from there. So I don't even have to copy it. Once it's in my Google Drive and I've given it a title, I can just do it like that. So I'm going to take that out because there might be students who are still looking at it, and that would be kind of shocking all of a sudden because it's all these inspirational quotes. But that's the deal. That's what I know. There's a lot more to know, and if you learn some of it, let me know. I'll be really proud of you, and I'd be interested to find out if you do figure out how to get those numbers up there. Okay.